Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody feeling today? It's a beautiful day. I want to try to talk about how to pull energy from anywhere. Mostly clean sources. Because you can pull energy from anywhere, but the thing is that you want to pull energy from clean sources, like this lovely sun above me. Literally, that is the cleanest source of energy that you could ask for. Bloop, right there. It's beautiful. But that and below the earth, because as above, so below. So let's switch back over here. Okay, so let's talk about how to pull energy from anywhere. So first thing is you have to notice the fact. Here, I'll stop walking for a second. You have to notice the fact that everything is energy. So that's the first thing. You have to notice that everything is energy, and if everything is energy, then considering you are a part of everything and you know how to manipulate your own body, why would you not be able to manipulate the other energy around you in some kind of way? It may not be as direct as, just using your body, because it's not something that you've worked with that much. But who's to say that that's not possible? And who's to say what is and isn't possible in the first place? Like who's the person who said that magic is impossible? Anyways, so basically I have been working on pulling energy from everywhere, and through noticing the energy centers in my body, which is, I guess, the second thing, is to learn about the energy centers in your body and to start to consciously try to feel them. So I'll just give a really quick thing. So you have the root, which goes from under there down, and then you have the sacral, and then the solar plexus, and the heart, and the throat, and the third eye, and then the crown, which is right up here. Let's see if I can get a onesie on the crown. There we go. This is what the crown would look like. That's about it. Yeah, anyways. I hope you guys got the picture. But so, learning about the energy centers in your body. The next thing I would suggest would be to look into your feelings center, and then see how that connects with the energy that you like. Basically start to move your consciousness to where you're making connections between energy and things, right? So like you're seeing the energetic imprint that things make. It sounds kind of weird, but like basically what you're doing is you're going to start to use your feelings center to start to feel energy, and your feeling center being your heart or your emotional center. And you're basically going to start to use an intuition. Intuition's another word for that. But you're going to start to use your intuition to make your decisions, obviously. But like what you're going to do is you're going to start to use it to feel energy, and you're going to feel it all the energy around you, and you're going to start to see things in a different way. And you start to see things in a form where everything is shared rather than everything being separate from itself. And you start to get closer and closer to this unity consciousness, where you start to become conscious that everything is unified, or one thing, or being. Anyways, so basically, once you start to feel the energy around you, and you start to notice that that is actually what you're feeling, you're gonna basically focus your attention onto one thing at a time. The next thing you got to do is learn how to focus your attention on one thing at a time. And so for me, the easiest way for me to do this, to know that I have a one-pointed state of meditation, is to sit down and in the sun. I was looking at the sun. So in the sun, I'll sit down. Here, I'll show. I'll do a half lotus position here. I'll do a half lotus position because I still haven't gotten the flexibility to get a full lotus, but it should come in due time. This is just comfortable. And then I'll sit in the sun and I'll close my eyes and just breathe. And basically you point your focus onto the sun. You can either close your eyes or you can open them. I suggest if it's really, really bright outside, then just close your eyes and then you'll feel the radiance of the sun. And you start to focus your attention or point of energy onto the sun. And you can consciously start to feel the energy that the sun is always putting off. And you'll start to pull it in a lot easier. And so like once you start to feel the energy that it's putting off, and you start to, I guess, become thankful in a way for the energy that the sun has to give, then the sun will start to give you energy back. And basically what I've noticed is that a lot of it is based off the amount of gratitude that you have for the energy that it gives off. And some of it is also just, once again, pointing your attention to the sun. But as you start to receive the energy, it's pretty likely that you'll start to become a little bit thankful or grateful. I'm saying hi to people. Walking around in the woods. Probably look like Bigfoot to them. Feels almost like a safari expedition. Safari expedition time. Anyways, so how to gain energy from all around. Sit in meditation and start to consciously focus your attention onto everything around you. Start to notice the energy around you. And then you'll start to notice that where you put your attention is where your energy flows to. And the more things that you put your attention to at one time, the more that your energy is drained in different directions. If you didn't notice earlier, whenever I became distracted by that person, the amount of energy that I had to put towards focusing on the speaking or conversation was minimal. So that's why I kind of struggled to figure out what to say. Basically pulling energy, you pull energy from everything around you. And most people do it unconsciously, where they kind of just pull energy from the people around them. If they, like those people who say that they need people all the time, or they need to be around people all the time, generally they're pulling energy from people. So that's why they say they need people. But basically those would be what's known as energy vampires in a way. But a lot of them are unconscious of it, and they don't know what they're doing. And I'd say 99% of them are unconscious of what they're doing. The other 1% is just malevolent people wanting to leech energy off of people. But yeah, we all share energy because we're all connected. So once you start to see the web that we all live in of energy and how we're all connected to each other, you'll start to notice where you're pulling energy from all around you, and you'll get a lot quicker at signifying where you're pulling your energy from and what kind of energy that is too, because you'll notice that some people's energy feels really bad. Some things that you do feel really good. Some things energy, like the sun, feels really, really good. But in the earth's energy feels really good, but some other things may not feel so good, like gorging on pepperoni pizza and then the next day feeling it run through your system or anything like that. Basically, it's just, like, it may feel good in the moment, but afterwards you start to notice that it doesn't feel very good afterwards. So basically, it's just noticing that everything is energy, everything carries its own vibration. Everything that you interact with, you kind of take on a portion of that vibration into your aura. So noticing that every single thing that you put your attention onto is something that you're gathering energy from, in a way. And all the things in your mind that you put your energy towards, like thinking of things or reminiscing on things, or just like continuously, like all the things that you think in your mind over and over again, those are all, sources of energy that could be cut off and redirected if they just were noticed a little bit more. And once you once you start to become knowledgeable, or just start to see your own ways of being or your own actions and reactions to things and doings, then you'll start to really be able to see where the energy around you is coming from, and you're going to start to consciously know where it's coming from. And then from there, you have to basically just start to see the levels of energy. So basically, like, what gives you a lot of energy, what doesn't give you a lot of energy, what takes energy from you, what doesn't. You'll start to see that easier and easier, and then it'll just become apparent, like what it is that you're taking energy from and what's the better sources. It's like it's like, imagine that we're fish in water, and we just realized that we're in water, and we are a freshwater fish and we're swimming in salt water, but we can still survive. But it's better to lead ourselves to salt water, or fresh water, my bad. And so basically, if you never know that you're in water, then you can't know whether or not the water that you're drinking is pure or not. And so basically, becoming conscious that you're in salt water as a fish, you would then have the urge to swim to the fresh water and basically be able to function correctly again. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, you gain energy from everywhere, and there's no specific source to show you, like, other than the sun and the earth. And then you can pull energy from any other planets or cosmos, but the easiest ones are the sun and the earth, because it's stuff that you can see, and the moon, and you can see it, and you can easily tap into the energy because it's basically being put off all the time, and there's no lag or anything like that, and you don't have to imagine or visualize anything, because it's all already there. And then you'll start moving into a point where you can visualize things. You can start taking energy from things as you visualize them. So you can, like, visualize an archangel and then pull the energy from the archangel to yourself, and you'll start to feel that energy. Or you can visualize, like, any other entity, and you can interact with that through, like, thought and, like, just energy exchange and stuff like that. But yeah, that's different stuff, like, for a different day. But basically, pulling energy from the sun and the earth is the easiest ways to get clean energy that feels good, and it feels like not tainted with anything negative or anything like that. But I hope you guys got something from this, and I appreciate whoever watches this, and you guys have a wonderful evening, and you guys take care. Thank you. And say thank you for the sun. Thank you, sun.